Hello, everyone. It is Colin and Jose talking ball. Uh, how are you doing today, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's Friday. Finished work. Weekend's coming up. We have football back.
Thank God.
Football back. Normality resumes itself for another 4 weeks, and then in 4 weeks' time, we're going to be in the same quandary we have been for these last couple of weeks. But I'm hoping it's the same quandary where we're still top of the league in 4 weeks' time as well. So
Come on. Yes, absolutely. Me as well. Hoping the same thing. Glad the international break is over. We've got some news on the team, which is always good to get. We'll get to that in just a moment. Just wanted to pass along, though, to our guests that due to unfortunate, unforeseen circumstances, it does not look like Dave is going to be able to join us today. So we're tabling that, and we are going to do that at a later date. Jose, you want to? It's traffic stuff, and
so he's been updating me all afternoon. Basically, so he's trying to travel back home, and they've got the awful weather, this storm, Babetta or whatever we've got at the moment, and his pictures are not good about that, and also as well the traffic jams that he's stuck in to try and get back. Yeah. So we've delayed it, and he finally just turned around and said, "Look, I'm still not going to make it for the time of this show. And bearing in mind, Colin, the time that you've got to go to work, it's just not feasible to keep backing it up. So we will get Dave on another time. So we're really sorry, but Dave has tried his best to get back. So
we all wish Dave luck with getting home. Yeah, you were saying that same thing.
First and foremost, it's about him being able to get home safely. That's what it's all about. He needs to get home safely. So
100%. The chat has been popping off though, and so we need to greet our family here. So Adrian Sroka's in the house. Hi, Colin, Jose, and good afternoon, all. Good evening to yourself, bud. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. And we've got Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs. Hello, Colin and Jose, and of course Dave. Yeah, Dave is on the Ange train, 100%. Can't wait to have him on to talk about it. It'll be very soon. Don't you worry. Jason G, Jason Groves, mate. What is up? Good to have you here, man. I like that. Hey, I like that shirt. No, wait, it's not the shirt I have on. But anyway, big up United Spurs of America, Jacob. Big up, dude. Good to see you, man. Glad to have you here for the show. And then we've got Ellie saying, big up all and come on, you Spurs. Yes, we did move the show a couple of times. Aston Potato, yo, big up everyone. Yo, big up to yourself, Aston Potato. I hope you're well today. We've got Mia, one of our Patreon members. Mia, big up to you. She says, big up to everyone. Big up right back at you, Mia. Todd Spurs, big up Call, Jose, Dave, and all. Big up yourself, Todd Spurs, the number one mod on this side of the Mississippi. And then we've got Cherie, big up everyone. Big up yourself, Cherie. Big up yourself. It's really good to have everybody here. Oh, just a girl who loves Spurs. Kate is in the building also. Afternoon all. Hope you're feeling better, Colin. Yeah, I've actually been on some of some tricks that Jose gave me. Some lemon and lime juice with and boiling water and honey. Some Vicks. Been using.
Do you want to tell the chat? Tell them the story that you did something that I never told you to do. I told you to use Vicks, but not to do what you did. And then you sent me a funny message, which I just couldn't believe it because you're an adult and not a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell the chat. Go on.
Okay, all right, you guys. So here's the story. So here in the States, we rub the Vicks on our chest right here. It kind of the vapors kind of come up and help clear you out. So I was working. I work in front of this computer for like 8 hours a day. So I was trying to do that quick. Rubbed it on there. Got it good, and then just got back to typing and working. And it was a particularly stressful day at work, so I went to go rub my eyes, and I didn't realize that there was still Vicks on my palms. And when I went to rub my eyes, I got Vicks directly into my left eye, and it was bad. I was screaming and literally crying. It was a bad deal. Thought I might have to go to the hospital. But I'm good. I'm back today. Rinsed the eye out for like an hour. It's still a little bit kind of like squinty, but it's much, much better. But yeah, that was a scary thing. Guys, don't get Vicks Vapor Rub in your mouth if you can help. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But thankfully, everything is okay and no cornea damage. I can still see all you beautiful people in the chat.
So that's the chat caught up with for now, for everyone that's said hello so far. We did plan our show, to be quite honest. We did plan our show around Dave being on the show today. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue. The only things that we're going to drop out are the stuff that we did, the stuff that we tend to do. We did a new subject today, and our subject today is, or was going to be, and we're still going to do it, but we're going to do it this time with the use of people in the chat to help us. So we thought about this and we thought, well, who are our rivals? Are our rivals Chelsea, Man United, Newcastle's, and other suspects? And I thought, no. At this present moment of time, before we start again, our rivals have got to be the teams that are in the top 5, because that's where we are at the moment. We're in the top 5, so we thought that would be our rivals. So what we thought we'd do, we've seen so many streams, or I have, and I've heard so many debates. Is Saliba better than Romero? Is Maddison better than Odegaard? So what we did is we decided, do you know what? Let's pick a team of the season so far using our rivals, so using the top 5. So with the help of the chat, we wanted to see who people would pick. And you need to take away your Tottenham hat, and you have to be right down the middle on who you think. And it can't be that we're going to select the side. It could be, but I doubt whether we're going to select the side with all 11 players being in the starting lineup. So we've gone for every position. We've tried to fit a like-for-like 4-4-2 formation. So some players you might say, what are they doing there? Well, one of the teams that they're in the top 5 don't play a traditional 4-4-2, where the other 4 teams probably do. So we've put players into positions. And what we'd like to do is we'd like to pick a team live on here whereby it's chosen. It was going to be chosen by Dave and us two, as well with the chat. But now we're going to allow the chat to pick the team along with Colin and I.
We're relying on you guys in the chat today. We need your assistance. You guys are coming in to save the day. We truly appreciate that.
And then after that, what I'm going to do is I've got a pad. I've got it all worked out already in the pad. I've got mine and Colin's on there. And what we're going to do after this is do a bit of a this weekend, we'll probably do it every weekend, but who's going to be what the results going to be this weekend. So give us your predictions, and then I'm going to keep a record of the predictions and see how we get on with us and the people within our chat. Just to answer, are we talking this season or overall? Top Spurs, I would say that the only way to caveat this is that some players didn't play overall last season or the season before for other teams. So therefore, we should only go on the first 8 games of the season. That's how we'll do it to choose a team.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Now, what I will say is there will be some notable mentions of some people who've not been able to play, and they cannot be selected into this team. It can only be players. So what we've done, just to make it easy for the panel, we picked the the 11 players based on the 5 teams' last game. So that is the lineup that we're going from. So if someone didn't play in the last game, then they miss out. Yeah.
Hey, and real quick, Jose, I just wanted to look at that notebook. Are you a bookie? You look like you had all kinds of stuff written in there. I just picture you as a bookie with people owing you money. Okay, all right. Jose's not a bookie.
Sometimes people owe me money, but what I do for work, I have to crunch numbers, spreadsheets. I do all stuff like that for work, and I've spent the whole of my day today on Excel spreadsheets. So
Yuck. I apologize for that.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's work, but I'm trying to detach myself, Colin, and I'm trying to have a bit of fun. So rather than put it all on a spreadsheet, I'm writing it all down in a book.
I like it. I like it a lot.
My little black book. Although it's grey, it's my little black book.
Love it. And I just want to, for everybody out there, I am not one of the people who owes Jose money. Just to clear that up, yet he hasn't loaned me any yet. But yeah, Excel spreadsheets are the worst. They're the devil. I hate them.
Jesus Christ, he started already. So are we talking this season overall? I think we can only say it's this season, and we've taken our lineups from the last games that were played, the last round of fixtures. Colin has not seen your Spurs top for a while, and according to Kate,
you're a spreadsheet wanker. That's not very nice, Kate.
There we go. That's what I am.
Not very nice, Kate. No, just kidding.
Right, so we start. So we start with the goalkeepers.
Yep. Let's get it going. I'll pull up the goalkeepers and we'll go from there, everybody. Let me get that banner or that comment out of the way. That's going to be in the way there. All right. So, Jose, you want to take us through?
The top five, obviously, are the top 5 teams in the league at the moment from position 1st to 5th. So, who do we put in as the goalkeeper of the season so far for the first 8 games?
And just so that everyone is clear, you don't have to pick the Spurs player, even if you love them. We're going on form. We're going on ability, and let's be honest with ourselves. There might be players that are better than what Spurs have to offer in certain positions. This one is a interesting one because there's some heavy hitters. There are some heavy hitters in this group, and so I am very interested to see what the chat has to say here. It's definitely going to be a big one. So, I mean, Vicario has had a great start to the season. We are first in the league, but he hasn't cut that clean sheet in every match or anything. I mean, it's not like he's been just like wildly above the rest. But we've already got some people in the chat, and it's going kind of the way that I expected it to. Adrian says Vicario is his choice. Kate, just a girl who loves Spurs, also says Vicario. Jim and Kate are agreeing today. What is that about? Jim says Vicario as well. And then Mia says, Jim, I'm glad. Stay away from the stairs and you'll be good. Well, they're agreeing right now, so that is a good thing. Mia says, Big Vicario for Mia. Nice choice. Vicario is called Vic because he gets up our rivals' noses. Yeah, just don't get him in your eye, please, God. And then Shane says Vicario and Allison. We got to pick just one, Cherie. Cherie, just one. But yeah, Kate says he hasn't put a foot wrong all season. Big Vic. Yeah, and it's good to have a keeper that we can trust. Playing out from the back, playing our style of ball. So most of the votes so far, Jose, have been for Vicario. All of them, really. But I was going to say this is maybe the hardest one for me because we have some real heavy hitters in there with Allison and Ederson.
So to me, right, it's 2 ways. There's different ways of looking at it. And this is why it's important to look at the opinions that people have commented on. And so the least amount of goals conceded is 6 by Man City, but they've lost twice. Arsenal have also conceded 6 and haven't been defeated. We've conceded 8 along ourselves. Liverpool have conceded 9 and been defeated, and Villa have conceded 12 and been defeated twice. But so therefore, the two standouts there are Allison and, from what I've seen with the eyes, Allison and Vicario are the 2 standouts for me. I think Raya's made mistakes and have been seen, and I think the other 2 keepers have made mistakes as well and been seen. So I would turn around and say that for me, I'd say my final two, and I'd have to choose out of them, would be between Allison and Vicaria. But we have to go with the majority because that's why we've asked everyone to interact. Now,
yes, sir.
The majority vote at the moment, I think everyone's gone for. From what I'm seeing, everyone's gone for Vicaria. There's no one.
I don't think there's been a single vote for anybody else. And real quick, I wanted to tell Nita R. Nita says, just signed in. What have I missed? First, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, Dave from the Irish Hotspur is not able to make it today, but we are tabling that, doing that again. We're going to do that soon. We're just looking for a time, but we are currently picking a starting 11 from the top 5 teams currently in the league based on league form and this season only. Starting with the goalkeepers here, Nita. So we are just voting on out of the top 5 teams in the league right now, what goalkeeper do you keep? Yeah, and so far everybody has said Vicario.
Apart from Tots.
Did I do it? Oh wait, what'd you say? Sorry, what did Hotspur say?
Go further down because I don't know how far you are on the chat.
Okay, yeah, Tots.
So I don't know how far. Where were you on the chat?
So I was right here. Yeah, 11:35.
So then we've got Allison has made a couple of errors already this season from just a goal against Spurs. So from Kate, sorry. And Jim is then saying, in my humble opinion, I think Vicario will be top keeper in the Prem, and some of the goals he let in this season was nowhere his fault. Understood.
Yeah.
Some were own goals though, which you couldn't do nothing about. Correct. Adrian is saying that. Top Spurs is saying Allison. Adrian said Jose true, but we have played more away games, which is something else. We have played more away games, I think, than other teams at the moment as well. And then you've got Lee Smithy Smith saying big up lads. And Asna is going for Vicaria. So by reading into what the chat are saying at this present moment in time, you would have to say that the goalkeeper for the first 11, and you can bring it up, is going to be Vicaria. Do you want to show? There we go. So Vicario gets in as the goalkeeper in the team builder at the moment. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir. That's how it's looking.
Oh, and then we've got more here. So we've got Sonny's wife. Hi, Cole Jose. I'm going to England next week to watch Tottenham.
Oh my God, that is awesome! Yes, fantastic. Also very glad to have you here. Very glad to have you here. Going to England next week to watch Tottenham. I could not be more jealous.
This is Top Spurs reckons it's going to be a whole Tottenham team.
He might be correct. Top Spurs, I said he. I have no idea of your gender, and I should not have assumed it. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Top Spurs says this is going to be a Tottenham team. You're probably right, Top Spurs. But let's just keep churning on through. Let's see.
So can we go to the next?
Yes,
position?
Sir.
Are we starting at left or are we starting at right?
It's up to you, sir.
I've always been a person that started at right, to be honest.
Let's do it. So we'll go right backs.
So the right backs then that started last weekend. The previous game at right back were Porro, Ben White, Carl Walker, Terence Trent-Arnold, and Ezri Konsa.
I think this is going to be another easy one. I do not see many votes going against Porro, but again, could be wrong.
But we've got to be objective, and it can't be a whole lineup of Tottenham players, to be honest. I mean, I'd love it to be, but yeah, I mean, It depends on what the chat have got to say about this position. I'm dubious whether Porro gets in.
Yeah, I mean Kyle Walker's in there, and I mean he's not even the heaviest of hitters, but we all know Kyle Walker is a great player even at his age. I think he would probably walk into our team. But again, that's a controversial statement. I know Porro's played well, has hardly put a foot wrong. The chat seems like it's blowing up. I just see the numbers over there. Let me pull that. We'll see what we've got in the chat. Ooh, see, we've got okay. I like this so far. So we've got some other answers in there. So we've got all kinds of stuff going on in the chat, but just to keep it to this particular thing we've got going on here, we've got Adrian Soroka saying Kyle Walker. Just a girl who loves Spurs, Kyle Walker. Tot Spurs, Kyle Walker. And Kate's saying Terrence Trent Arnold.
Laughing.
I don't get that. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, I said it wrong. It should be Trent Alexander Arnold. I said Terrence Trent Arnold, who was a singer.
Oh, okay.
Singer back in the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yep.
You've got Walker for me from Mia. Nick Brown is also saying Walker. Nita R saying Walker.
Wow. Okay. Let me get that. It looks like it's going in there.
And I just said that. But I'm trying to look. I'm looking for this season so far.
Hey, and I also, while you're doing that, I just want to say, for any drama or arguments or anything going on with anybody in the chat, not to be rude at all, but I just don't want any part of it. To be fair, I just don't want to be involved. Big love to everybody. Good vibes. I just want everyone to get along and be a big happy family. Everybody love everybody. ELE. So I'm going to leave it at that. But again, I love everybody. I love all of you guys. So just throwing that out there. Big love to everyone.
Right. So what I was going to say for these people, although Walker's done well, I would have said, and I think Porro's done well. I think Terrence Trent Arnold, Alexander, whatever his name is, Scouser, right? The Scouse right back. I'm not going to get confused. The Scouse right back. He's just come back from injury, so he's not played that many games, but he did play in the last game. That's why he's in here. And Enji Konza, I don't think has done much. I don't think TTA has done much either. Walker's played well, but when you're looking for assists and goals, I think the assists and goals, the person who's leading here, I think is actually Ben White on the assists and goals. I'm just putting it out there. For the assists and goals, he's the one that's leading out there. He's scored in the Premiership. Walker hasn't. Porro hasn't. None of the other defenders have scored in the Premiership. Ben White's definitely scored, and Ben White's definitely assisted. So, but the chat seems to have gone for Walker.
They do. They absolutely do. And I've got that already put into the lineup. Let me get this back and let everybody see. So we've got Kyle Walker in at right back. And I just wanted to throw up, I liked this comment. No need for drama, just love. And I'll leave it at that. Boom. The love is real. Never mind. I also wanted to throw this up. The love is real. Jason G says 100%. Okay.
Nita says he needs to be playing in the middle. That's my opinion from Nita R.
Playing in the Poro needs to be playing in the middle. Sorry, in
like
midfield.
Midfield.
Okay, gotcha.
Jason G saying the love is real.
Boom! Big up, Jason G.
Just want to hit the likes up.
Smash them up, people. Smash them up. Smash up those likes.
Screw Ben should be on Love Island White Bell. And
it's weird that you said that he's leading in some of those stats, considering that he is a center back by trade. Who's being deployed at right back. That's interesting. That kind of a makeshift right back for them is doing so well. Crazy.
So
it's good to have.
Yeah, sorry. So basically, it looks like Walker. Although stats, we don't all believe in stats apparently, but the stats would have Ben White there.
I bet there's not going to be a single Arsenal player in this 11.
Well,
I can see it.
I don't know because it depends. I don't know who comes against who. But Kyle Walker is the chosen one according to the people in the chat, and my co-host here who's gone for Walker as well.
Hey, I miss him. I think it's just nostalgia, and I miss him is probably part of it. But yeah, so Kyle Walker. Well, let's move again. Let's move to the center back position, and we'll go obviously the right-sided
center back. Okay.
Let me get this comment off of here. I always forget to do that. Apologies.
So we have the lovely Guti Romero.
That accent is perfect.
William Saliba, Mr. Ruben Dias, Joel Matip, and who's this fella? It's not Costa, is it?
No, it is him. It
Costa?
is. Yeah, it is.
It's Costa.
Diego Carlos.
Diego Carlos, sorry. Okay, Diego Carlos of Aston Villa.
Yep.
So, right, who gets in?
Let's hear it, chat. Who do you guys got? This is another hard one. I think you can go ahead and cross Matip off the list. I don't think that Joel Matip's getting into any best of anything teams. If I'm being completely honest, I just don't think he's got it. I just don't think he's got it. Really, he's an aging player. I don't even think he'd be their starting center back. Right.
This is just to make this clear. This is the team so far this season.
True.
Against the rivals, so the top 5 teams, are based on the first 8 games of this season. That's how we're looking at it. So for me, there's comments that are coming in about a certain centre back that is absolutely, for me, is a mustard player. But that person hasn't been doing it for the first 8 games. That has looked a shadow of what they were last season in the first 8 games. So. Yeah, that was it, because you have to put everything into. We said about context, so we're looking at the first 8 games of the season. Who fits in, or who's played the best in the first 8 games of the season? And some of these players may not have played all 8 games, but these are the players that played in these positions in the last round of games. And by that, I'm saying you have Ruben Dias, who's not played all 8 games. I think Saliba has. I think Romero has. I don't think Matip has played all 8 games. And I don't believe Diego Carlos has played or started all 8 games. So basically, it's based on the first 8 games. And for me, there are only 2 players there that have played the whole 8. So the sample size is bigger for them than all the other 3. That's all I'm saying for now, because I'd rather the chat and my co-host give his views and his opinions.
Well, tough. Diaz is a great player. I'm kind of like everybody, and I want to pick all Spurs players. Let me get him back up here. But Diaz's class, tough. I think I'm gonna be really, really lame and say Romero. Romero has looked great this season. He's looked like a completely new player with Van de Ven beside him. He's cut out so far these first 8 games, at least. He's cut out a lot of the errors and lapses in judgment that he used to make. So that's going to be my vote. But again, let's pull up some chats, see what the chat has to say. Adrian Stroka says Romero. Who would have guessed, Adrian? Just kidding. Love you, Adrian. Adrian says Romero. Nick Brown. Hey, big up, Nick Brown. Good to have you here. Yes.
Nick's come from Romero. You have Kate with Diaz. For me, different gravy.
He's a great player. That is 100% fact. Todd Spurs, though. Romero.
Asna Potato says, Romero for me. Sorry, Diaz, you haven't been good like last season, to be honest.
And that's a good point. Based on 4 this season. Yeah.
Straight Romero. Mia, shock. Straight Romero.
We shouldn't have even asked Mia this one. We should have just put the vote in.
Jim has gone for Romero has been great the first 8 games.
Yeah.
Top Spurs has piped in by saying the stats say Anderson is the best defender in the league at the moment, but not even in the top 5 teams, which is the top 5 teams is what we're judging it on.
Joachim Anderson.
As the Potato says, Saliba has been average this season. What he pocketed, poor form, Haaland, as Arsenal fans are overhyping him so much. And then you have Rich. Good afternoon, Rich.
Hello, Rich.
Is coming in with Diaz.
Big up, Rich. Good to have you, man. Yeah. Nice, good answer too.
Although things might change for me, I mean, I've seen what's in the chat. Although things might change for me, or things could change, because I think we might do this one again in the next break for the international fixtures. It could be a session that we do again on this to see where we think people are after the first 12 games. But at the moment, there's only 2 players that stand out for me, and these 5. And them 2 players are the ones that have both played 8 games, and that would be Saliba and Romero. It's a toss of a coin between them 2. Sorry, it's not a toss of a coin. It's between them 2. And between them 2, I think that the player that's played better in the 8 games and has shone more has been Romero.
I can't roll my R's, but yes, I think Romero wins by a landslide with the chat as well. So, yeah, we're making it, guys. We are part of the way through this. Thanks to everyone for their involvement thus far. Jose, you ready to keep going?
Yeah. We'll go to the left centre back.
Let's do it. Here we go.
And with the left centre back, we have Pau Torres of Villa, Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool, Ake of Man City, Gabriel Magalhaes of Arsenal, and Mickey van der Ven of Tottenham.
Your pronunciations are so good. I could never do that. Thank you.
Rolling my R's. Not that many have got R's in their name.
I've never been able to do it, even in Spanish class. I always got made fun of. But anyway, guys, this is another one that I think it's easy for me, but it's because of the caveat, the form, this season aspect of everything. Normally, I think that Virgil van Dijk would be like right up there, and maybe even the shoe in for the spot. But I think this season has he been doing it? Has he looked as good this season? Have Liverpool been playing that well this season? It's tough. I'm gonna be cagey and wait for my answer on this one, and by that I mean I'm gonna wait to see what you guys have to say.
Most of the positions on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
When I thought about this, and when we were putting up the 5 against each other and all that, there was a couple of positions that I thought would be landslides. This is one of the positions that I felt would be a landslide, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think, at the end of the day, I'm listening. I'm seeing what the chat's coming through and stuff. And yeah, it's just exactly what I thought. I thought this one would be a landslide. There's 2 positions on the pitch I think will be landslides, and this is one of them. This is the first one out of the 2 that I think will be landslides.
Let me get this back up here and take this comment down for a second, just so everybody can see. There are your choices, ladies and gentlemen. The chat has already been going off. We've got Adrian Stroka saying,
although he's jumped the gun. He's jumped the gun though, because look, Adrian Stroka first said a doggy.
We're not there yet, Adrian. Almost though. That's next.
Go on then. So you've got Adrian van der Ven.
Yep, and then as to Potato, VDV easy. Sorry about that. Do you want to? Here, let's go back and forth, Jose. I kind of like that idea. You do one, I'll do one.
Nitara, I am biased. As good as Thierry Henry was, I only fell in love with him once he left the Arsenal.
Yeah, I get it. I truly do. Nick Brown says VDV, as expected. Nice answer, Nick.
Mia says VDV.
VDV will end up a Spurs legend. Can see it already. Jim, I agree. What is he? 22 years old. The guy plays like a grown man. He'll only get better.
Nitara is VDV.
Okay, is Bournemouth legend. Yeah, we wanted him. We were in for him for a while, and then I feel like we decided he wasn't good enough or something, and decided to go with someone else. But he's shown at City that he's capable. But that's an interesting one.
VDV of Spurs.
I forgot there are 2 VDVs on here.
Yeah, that's why I had to pull back and say Van Dijk.
yeah.
So you've got VDV at Spurs hit the ground running.
This is hard. VDV just over Ake for me, says Kate. Yeah. I'm gonna get this one ready. I don't even think we gotta wait.
It's on a show.
So
yeah, Alex will want some.
We've got United Spurs of America saying big up Kate and Jim, big up Lee Smithy Smith, and hello Nita R. Hope the entire chat is busting on a real one today. You can always count on Jacob to bring the good vibes and the good mood with him. Nita, though, VDV, his whole frame 6'5" and only 22. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy, a big, fast, strong boy. Rick, though, also says VDV deserves a lot of credit for instilling calmness into our back line. We have looked a totally different team defensively than last season. I don't know how much of that is due to also Mario, but yeah, VDV has definitely helped. Good answer there, Rich, and I appreciate your explanation as well. So I've got Van de Ven put into that spot to be complete.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that at all.
So let me pull this off of here. Look at this comment off for a second. We'll pull that and we'll show everybody. So far, we've got Walker, Romero, and VDV. Also, just to say, I've got to speed it up just a bit to make work, but no worries. We'll get there. Let's go on to left backs. So with left backs, we've got
Luca Digne, Robertson, Josko Vardiol, Zinchenko, and the doggy.
You goaty, as Jacob would say. Jacob's here, so we gotta say you goaty. But yeah, this is another one that I think is going to be a landslide. Was this one of the landslides you were expecting, Jose?
No.
Oh, really? So my vote is for you doggy. But to be completely and totally honest, I haven't seen enough of Vardiol in that left back position to judge him there. I know that, like I said, he's a center back by trade as well. So yeah, this is one is tough for me. Also, Robertson's a good player, definitely a good player. Shown it over the years, but we are just talking these first 8 games. Yeah, so we'll see what the comments have got going on.
So for me, I think it's between 2 players, and for me, it's between Robertson and the doggy, based on the first 8 games. It's based on it's them 2. I don't think Vardiol comes into the mix. Zinchenko hasn't played 8 games, and Luca Digne, he's not been at it for 8 games either. So for me, it comes down to a toss of a toss of the coin. I'm saying that as a phrase. It comes up between 2. It's a doggy or Robertson. However, the chat have spoken.
They have. I'm gonna get it ready on our list here. If you want to go through some of the chats.
So Adrian says the doggy's easily the best left back in the league. Nick Brown says a doggy, he's frightening. As the says, we are putting all Tottenham players there.
We wondered.
You goatee from Kate.
Yes.
You've got a doggy now, but I feel Guardiola could overtake him when City hit form from Rich. Asna Potato says a doggy. And Mia says he is our destiny, our left back, one and only. He brings such joy to me.
He does. He plays so well. Absolutely.
Lee Smithy Smith says you goatee as well.
Lee.
And then we have Jim says the wicked Wellard Udogi takes no prisoners. Pocket Salah second half and Saka, an immense player.
Big up. I agree with that completely. Just a question to Rich before we get on to the next one. Just want to throw this back up. Do you think Vardiol is going to stay at that left back position? Is that where he's going to be this season, do you think? And I'll also pose that to you, Jose. Do you think that Vardiol is going to stay at left back, or do you think they'll move him to center back eventually?
Who played left back? Was it Guardiola that played left back, or was it Ake? The reason why I say that is the only player that you know that's going to hold at the back line out of the 4 that we've got today from Man City is Diaz.
According to the internet, it was Vardiol that played left back and Ake played center.
No, what I'm saying though is, Colin, is that Man City have picked 4 centre backs to play in 4 positions, but the only person that holds their position is Diaz. The others don't play at right back, conventional right back, left back, and left centre half. They gallivant, they go up, they go inverted. So therefore, for me, when you're asking will Guardiola carry on playing left back, well, Guardiola can go and switch into midfield. He's played inverted. He's played at centre half as well. So as I said, the only player that sticks to his position is Diaz. The other three will roam. They'll go out to full back position. They'll go to centre back. They'll go inverted. So they all roam is what I'm trying to say. So
I got you now. Yeah, I misunderstood you at the beginning there, but now we are on the same page. Two hosts on the same page. Watch out, everybody. What can you do about that? So yeah, we've got that one, and it is all pretty much
to Mia,
all but decided.
Mia's comment there, right? She said, right, so you've seen the comment. She says, what you need to do is you need to sing it like the Lionel Richie song. You are my destiny. Your left back one and only. He brings such joy to me. There we go. That's what it's trying.
That was beautiful. Normally I'm the singer, but you nailed it today.
I think I'm copying you.
No, not at all. But Rich says it's a fair point, Colin. Pep loves moving his players around, and I'm sure Guardiola won't stay at left back. But yeah, as Jose said, he might get some time over there, or at least occupy that position at times. And Todd Spurs.
Where are we going next? Should we go to the central midfield of the three? Or have you got it set up differently? I don't know how you set it up.
So I have holding mids, box to box, and then offensive, like attacking midfielders.
Okay, let's go for it then.
Okay, holding mids?
Yeah, go for whoever is next. We'll go for it next, holding mids. So who we got there then?
Boom. So this one, it's a little hard to see, but we've got Bissouma, Rice, Kovacic. We've also got McAllister, and then that's Konsa, correct? From Aston Villa?
No. That's
Kamara.
That's Boubacar Kamara.
Yep, you're correct. That is Boubacar Kamara. Okay, so that shows how little I know about Aston Villa. Apologies if there are any Aston Villa fans in the house. Big apologies there. But yeah, I think this one. So I'm trying to pick which two you thought were going to be the landslides.
This isn't one of the ones I thought would be the landslides. I thought people would have discussed other people within that. I thought this would be quite close to it being a Tottenham player, but I didn't think it'd be a landslide. There's another midfield position that I think is the landslide.
Gotcha. I'm with you now. So yeah, I mean, Bissouma obviously this season has been phenomenal. I don't watch Arsenal very often. I hate that, but I don't know if Rice has done enough to justify his price tag.
Rice has done what Rice does. Rice is very for me, he's a one-dimensional player. You know what you're going to get with Rice. Rice will hold. Rice will pass to this way, that way. I suppose he's probably improved his engine a bit more since he left West Ham to getting up the pitch to support strikers. But for me, I mean, I thought there'd be arguments for a lot of these players that would come up, but it seems to be it's going one way at the moment, and it seems
one-way traffic.
It seems like the boss is going to fit into that quite comfortably, which I thought there'd be more of a chat with people about other players.
Yeah, so, I think that Kovacic has he's done a job at pretty much every club that he's gone to. There was big talk about him coming to us, right? Do you remember that? No, I know that we were looking at him pretty heavily.
I never thought Kovacic was ever going to come to Tottenham.
It was years ago when I remember hearing about it. But yeah.
When Real Madrid came through, you're going to go to Real Madrid. It doesn't matter where else you are in the world. You're going to go to Real if Real come knocking for you. So. It looks like it's one-way traffic because when we look at this, we've got Bobby. Hi, Bobby K.
Hey, Bobby.
In the chat. I've got Jim saying, Jose, great rendition, 10 out of 10. Thanks, Jim.
Yes, go Jim.
We've got Asna Potato says, easy, Bissouma. Adrian Schroeder, Bissouma. Lee Smith, Bissouma. You've got Nita R, Bissouma. You've got Kate, Bissouma, easy best midfielder in the league. You've got Mia saying, Biss. You've got Rich saying Bissouma. Rice hasn't done enough yet.
So I was thinking too, Rich.
Then you've got Jim saying Biss is the boss. Easy for me.
Yes.
Ashley Potatoes saying Rice isn't performing as a £100 million player. He's playing more like a £20 million player. And you'll have to wait and see this one. What have we got? It's wonder who we'll put in at the 8. So he's wondering who we're going to put in at the 8, which there we go. And you've got Mia calling this Bosuma.
Bosuma.
Right. Next midfielder, sir.
You got it, boss. Here we come. Let me get that comment out of the way. I always do that. So
we've got Matty Cash, Slobozlai, Rico Lewis, Jorginho, and Matt Sarr.
This
one
is
solely on the players that played the last game, obviously. So,
right, exactly, and again, I know that Matty Cash, that isn't exactly his position, but with that 4-4-2, it was a little difficult, getting everybody where they needed to go. So yeah, those are our options there, guys. I mean, Sarr has had an amazing start to the season. It looks like Postecoglou has really unlocked his potential. But yeah, I mean, chat. What have you guys got on this one?
Okay.
And Jose, you as well. I mean,
I think although Papsar in the main has done really well. For a youngster. Also, can you hear me now? My mic's not even been near my mouth.
No, we can hear you.
We always have red.
Yeah, so to me, although Papsar's done quite well most of the games, I don't think Jorginho's been in any great shakes. Rico Lewis has only just come into this team, and Matty Cash is not really done it for me. For me, I would have to go with a Liverpool player. His assists and his goals so far this season, and his technique is superb as well. I would have to go at this present moment in time for the first 8 games. It would be the Liverpool player for me, Slobozlai.
Yeah, and Rich is right on the same page as you. So we've got Adrian saying Sarr for him, not impressed with the list. Slobozlai from Kate.
Yeah. She's saying absolutely fabulous player about Slobozlai. Sarr Toure for Lee Smithy Smith. You've got Sarr is another steady Eddie, but has been a bit shaky this season. Jim says Slobozlai has been so good. And Nita R says, who's the 1 second from the left? So that's Slobozlai, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Slobozlai.
Slobozlai of Liverpool.
Yep. It's him. So far, it's kind of a tie, I think, between Slobozlai and Sarr.
And then also you've got Mr. Bonner in the house.
Wayne Bonner, another one of our Patreon members. Big up, Wayne. Yeah, big up, Wayne. We need to catch up, have a chat later. But yes,
I think Slobozlai takes it. Slobozlai's got 5 or 6 votes here.
All right. Well, that's
because you've then got Mia saying Slobozlai as well. You've got Bobby K is on the wrong show because he's watching the championship match or the championship show because he's gone for Winks. You've got Nick Brown saying Slovo, and you've got Totspur saying he's feeling good because football's coming back. Wayne Bonner says Sarri's quality. This kid isn't even close to his potential yet. But I think Slobozlai makes it.
Yep, just barely edges it. Here's the one that I think.
Here's the one. This is the landslide one for me that I thought would be a landslide from all supporters straight away. This is, without even putting it up, I thought this was going to be a shoo-in. So based on the players that played in the last game, we have Douglas Luiz. I can't remember the fellow's name, the youngster, Harvey.
Yep, Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott. Silva, Odegaard, Maddison. And it's the first 8 games. Again, as I said, it's the first 8 games that we're picking it basically on the first 8 games.
I'm seeing the chat and I am not surprised.
Yeah, to me, it's a landslide. I mean, I thought this is one of the 2. I thought this one and Mickey van der Ven would be the shoe-in straight away. But before, when we were trying to build the show up, that's when I thought these were the 2 that were going to be the shoe-ins.
Yeah. I and the chat seems to agree with you. Adrian saying Madison. Smithy Smith saying Madison. Mia saying Matters.
Just a goal of Spurs says
Oh,
Matters.
Kate, obviously, yeah, Matters,
Nita
obviously.
are Matters. As in the potato, Madison. Madison all day long from Tot Spurs. Mia says, don't read other names, no need. Nick Brown, Matters. Matters all day and twice on a Sunday.
Oh,
And Jim
yes.
Lowell, why bother putting anyone else in there apart from the absolute fantastic Madison?
The chat
And
has spoken.
Bobby K says Madison. As I said,
Big
I
up,
thought
Bobby K.
this is one of the two. I thought this one and Van der Ven would be shoo-ins.
Yeah, and this one you were 100% right here. I don't think there was a vote for anyone else, and I don't blame them. I think that Madison is the only choice.
But there isn't. I mean, looking at the first 8 games, there's not many comments that you can make for all the other players when you're comparing Madison to them. There's just no contest at the moment after 8 games.
Yeah, 100% agree. So
what's the news with you've got? I'm beating the chat at the moment. So Wayne, the presser today with Ange Postecoglou, everybody that returned from international duty is fit for selection. So we've got a fully fit squad to choose from. Even he said that what's his name, the Welsh kid?
Oh yeah, Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson has trained, according to him today. Brennan Johnson's trained for the last 2 weeks at Hotspur Way. And then you've got Lo Celso coming back, Hill coming back. So apart from Benny and the suspension to the boss, I think we've got a fully fit squad to pick from. And then last but not least, Nita says, Madders will eat rice all day.
Yep. Absolutely.
If you pardon the pun.
I like it. No, I'm a pun man. I enjoy puns. Okay, so
what
we're starting.
We have next, sir?
We've been going right to left, so we'll go with players that have been playing on the right. Let me get this out of here. Okay, so this one might be a little bit tough.
So you got Diaby of Villa, Salah of Liverpool, Alvarez of Manchester City, Kulusevski of Tottenham, and Gabriel Jesus of Arsenal.
And I know that Jesus is more of a striker, but we again are just going by positions and how the lineup was for the.
He did play wide in the last game. They put Nketiah up the middle.
Yep. So yeah, guys, what do you have to say? This one is a little tougher. I mean, Diaby himself is a wonderful player. I hope that he gets some respect here in the, in the chat. Salah obviously is great as well.
Just going back to Wayne Bond, says Madison is the biggest and most satisfying humble pie I've ever had. Hill and Johnson will tear any and every team apart, especially with Madison in the middle. His opinion.
Yeah, big up. Agree completely.
And then going to these players that we're looking at the moment, although you've not spoken yet, Colin, about who you think, we have got Asna Potato says Salah. Kate is saying Diaby.
Go Kate. I agree.
Mia Salah. Adrian is Salah. Nita is Salah. Top Spurs is Salah. Kate has said anyone but Kulu.
Ooh, boo. I still like Kulu.
Lee Smithy Smith has gone Salah. Nick Brown, Salah. Rich has gone Salah. And Jim has gone Salah. And that's where we are at the moment. Who's your voting going for?
So I was going to vote for Diaby. I think that he was a wonderful player. I think it's a shame that we didn't make a move for him with him being on the market. Villa have really recruited well, I feel like, this offseason. But yeah, Diaby would probably be my choice. Just looks a threat, looks dangerous every time he has the ball.
Bobby K's also gone Salah. So you're going for Diaby?
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it up, mate. I'm going for Alvarez.
I
think Alvarez has been absolutely immense for Man City. They've lost De Bruyne, and we're losing De Bruyne. Alvarez comes into that team. Doesn't matter where you put Alvarez. Alvarez is going to be a baller and a half because Alvarez can play anywhere. Alvarez can play wide. Alvarez can play down the middle. Alvarez can play in the midfield as an 8. He can play as a 10. Alvarez can play everywhere. Alvarez is a great footballer.
And he's not old, right? He's in his his
21,
early
22.
20s. Yeah, that's awesome.
He's very young. He's 21, 22, if that.
That's
You've
a
got
beautiful thing.
Rich says Salah close followed by Diaby. Jacob says Salah's the only right choice, to be honest.
Hey, big up, Jacob. Respect.
Asna says Jesus is the worst. And Jacob also says, I love Diaby, though, which I think everyone's given a notable mention to Diaby. But
Yes.
Salah takes it. Salah's in there. The chat has spoken. Salah takes it.
The chat have spoken. So let me get this off, and then we'll go. So we're just gonna go to. We'll leave striker to last, and we'll go players on the left here.
So players on the left, you've got Richie, Trossard, Foden, Diaz, McGinn.
You like the photo that I could find of McGinn? It's not a great photo of him. His head.
That is to be Scottish, and that's exactly what he looks like. You've actually portrayed him to look a lot better than what he does in real life.
You're welcome, McGinn. You're welcome.
No worries. He'll be bigging you up for that.
So I'm gonna guess that he's not gonna be anybody's choice here. Just a wild guess. That he won't be anyone's choice.
The chat is still making its mind up. So, but these are the players at the moment. I think there's a couple of jokers in the pack as well, to be honest. But
I love it though. I love a good bit of cheekiness. Always.
Yeah. We do like cheekiness, and some people have come back and told us that they have been cheeky and they've picked their players. So at the moment we have Richie with a laughing emoji. Again, we have multiple emojis. Richie. Adrian's gone for Son. He's not even here. So we've only got 5 players. We haven't got 6. We only got 5. We've got Foden from Lee Smithy Smith.
Okay.
Rich. Everyone say Richie for love.
Oh my God.
You
just like him because you guys almost have the same name, Rich. That's why you like Richie so much.
Nita has gone for Foden. And we've got Diaz for me. From Kate. Diaz for Jim.
So it's 2 for Diaz.
Foden's got 1, 2 already. This is a third one for Foden from Asna Patea. You got Diaz, so it's 3 all. Foden again, 4-3. Rich Foden again. An alternative view is Neto, who's not in this list, but Neto from United Spurs, that's from Jacob. I don't know who Adrian's voting for because Son for me, Haaland as a 9. So, but we're looking at these.
Yeah, we'll get there in just a moment, Adrian. We're almost to that one.
So Nick Brown is coming. So Wayne Bonner says Richie will come to life once Hill starts. Nick Brown has said Diaz.
I think that gives us a tie between Diaz and Foden.
Oh no, no, it doesn't because now Adrian's come in and put his vote in. Adrian's gone for Foden.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, the chat's just still coming through. So it's Foden. You've got Nita saying the season Son and Salah won the Golden Boot. Oh my days. They were banging in goals for fun. And it's good evening to Chris at Meta Football TV. What are we playing? So what we're doing for this is we're currently picking. We've seen people doing their who's better than who, like Odegaard and Madison. People saying the thing about Saliba and Van der Ven. So what we decided to do for today is picking our rivals. So we've gone for the top 5 teams in the league in positions. What players so far for the first 8 games of the season only would get into the team of the season so far. So we've caught us nearly at the end, and we're currently voting for who plays on the left side of the front 3. Which one of these 5 has been the player so far who's been best in that position in over the 8 games? And
I'm going to say not Richie for me, but
so who are you voting for, Colin? I'm going Foden.
Me too. I don't really like him as a person, but he is the best player on the list this season.
So, unless we get about 5 people come and join the chat very quickly, then it's going to be Foden that gets that position because he's about 4 votes behind now, Diaz.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get this up there and show everybody. So we've got 10 minutes before I've got to get to work, everybody, but we're doing good on time. We're doing great. So right now, just to go over everything, we've got our boy Vicario at goal. We've got Kyle Walker at right back, Christian Romero, Mickey Van de Ven, U-Doggy, Bissouma, Madison, and then Slabazai. I was like, why can't I read that? Slabazai. Yep. Salah on the right, Foden on the left, and now it is time.
And then what you've got as well, just to say, you've got Chris Peters just joined us. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Big up, Chris.
Chris has joined us with Foden. Meta Football TV ended up going for Trossard. As the Potatoes telling us that we've got 7 for Foden, 4 for Diaz.
Boom.
And then it says, please can we have this as our Tottenham team started against Fulham?
Hey, we'd steamroll them, that's for sure.
So who is the rightful number 9 in this team?
Exactly. Here we go, guys. Here we go.
So after the first 8 games, is it Watkins, Darwin Nunez, Haaland, Nketiah, or Heung-min Son? Who finalises this team so far after the first 8 games?
And again, I probably wouldn't have put Nketiah and Jesus could have been switched around, but again, this is the way that they were lined up in the match, and so we were trying to follow that pretty closely in their previous match. So yeah, everybody, I'm excited to hear your vote. We need to complete this team, this dream team here.
Sorry, I'm just getting ahead of myself in the chat. Chris, so you understand, we're only putting in the top 5 teams. It's only the top 5 in the league at the moment, as they are our current rivals. Any team outside the top 5 is not a current rival to us at the moment. So Brighton, Newcastle, Manchester United and Chelsea have been omitted this time round because they're not in the top 5. So that's why we're only showing the players that we have shown.
Yep.
So at the moment, we have coming in, you have Son from Adrian Schroeder.
Go, Adrian.
Haaland all day and every day and twice on a Sunday from Kate. Chris is bigging up everyone in the chat.
Big up, Chris.
Right, Meta Football, I'll just explain. Mitoma's not in this because he's not in the top 5, but you've gone for Haaland. Adrian has said Haaland had a poor showing against Arsenal. Nick Brown's going for Haaland. Jim's going for Son. Sonny for me in the first 8 games. Lee Smithy Smith. In the words of the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, I'm going for the above average John Carew, Haaland.
Boom.
Sonny was poor against Luton and Sheffield United, is what just to go with Spurs. I will say, Kate, on that score, that Haaland's been pretty poor in front of goal against a lot of more than 2 teams this season. He may have scored a hat-trick against one of the teams, but he's definitely been poor in front of goal this season. That's all I'm going to say on Haaland at the moment. Other than that, he can be a terrific player, but just I don't think he's found his feet at the moment after 8 games, personally. I know went to the start to find out, like Chris Peters, fair enough. Wayne Barnes Son because he's consistent and passionate. Realistically, it'll be Haaland, even though he's overrated. Rich says Haaland. Chris Peters says Haaland. Bobby K says Son is the best overall player. Mia's gone for Sonny as well. Rich says both Haaland and Son have both inconsistent. Haaland edges it for him. Kate's saying coming back with he's the leading scorer though.
Yeah.
Haaland was poor in the last 3 games as well, is what Ashley Potato says. There's a high from Adrian to Chris. Right, if I was to go by, the top goal scorer, then Haaland is the top goal scorer. But we didn't go. Liverpool, if I remember rightly, only one Man City defender has made it into the league. Only one Man City defender. One Man City defender has made it into the defence, and no Arsenal. Yet they've conceded the least amount of goals. Their goalkeeper's not made the starting lineup. They've conceded the least amount of goals. So I'm not one that subscribes to, he who scores more You may have 2 more goals than Sonny, but we're looking at how they've played. Okay, goals does matter, but how they've played. And for me, on the way they've played and the impacts that they've had for the teams, out of all these players, my vote would be for Son.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, someone in the chat was keeping count, as they sometimes do.
You've got Asma Potato saying Son's playing that position centre forward, but he scores in the big games. And you've got Nita Art saying Sonny.
I'm going Sonny as well. Personally, I haven't voted yet. Sonny is my vote.
So if we go for the markers, you've got 1 for Son. You've got 1 for Haaland, so that's 1-1. Haaland gets it again, so that's 2-1. 3-1 to Haaland. 3-2. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. 4-2, 5-2. 5-3. 5-4. 6-4.
Dang. 6-4 for Haaland.
Oh, no, but we haven't voted yet, but that's not including you and me.
Right.
So with you and me, that takes it to 6-all.
Ooh, what are we going to do for a tiebreaker?
Right, Dwayne Bonner's just come in. He says Haaland plays for a money team. We've got 6-all at the moment, including you and me, Colin. Haaland plays for a money team. Son plays for us. Still does a job. Son for me. So with that, Son, that's 7 votes to 6 for Son.
Boom. That does it. He just barely edges it. He just barely edges it. So that is our lineup, everybody. Just again, we've got Phil Foden, Kim Min Sun, Mo Salah,
Little K votes Son all day. Tie decided.
Boom. Big up, Little K. And then Ellie, he got stuck in doing some things today. He couldn't make it. Traffic is bad, weather is bad. We all just wish Dave well. Hope that he makes it home safe and everything goes well. And we will have him on the show again soon, or we'll have him on the show for the first time, I guess.
Right, come on, Colin. Do you have? This is the team. So this is the team that everyone's saying. Colin, do you have 5 minutes?
What? No.
Okay, because I wanted to get your predictions quickly.
Oh,
so I can write them down.
Okay.
Right, Colin, give me prediction. Liverpool, Everton. Anyone wants to play? Right,
Liverpool.
Jacob's coming with Sonny as well. So yeah, if you tell me anyone wants to play, I'm writing these down. I'm keeping the track. So Colin, Liverpool, Everton.
Liverpool.
How much? What's the score going to be?
Oh, sorry. It's going to be 3-0.
3-0. Okay. Bournemouth, Wolves.
Bournemouth, Wolves. That's going to be Bournemouth 2-1.
Brentford, Burnley.
Burnley, shock win 2-1.
Burnley 1-2. Okay. Man City versus Brighton.
I think Brighton's going to beat Man City 1-0.
0-1. Okay. Newcastle, Crystal Palace.
Newcastle 3-1.
Forest, Luton.
Forest, Luton. Forest. And that'll be a squeaky 1-0 as well for Forest.
1-0 to Forest. Right, we got Chelsea, Arsenal.
Chelsea, and I'll say 3-2, and Pochettino will get a win and extend his stay at Chelsea for another week.
Sheffield United, Manchester United.
Sheffield.
How much?
Again, it's going to be by 1 goal. Let's say 2-1 to Sheffield United.
We've then got Villa, West Ham.
Villa, of course. West Ham can go. So and Villa's going to win 3-0.
Okay. Tottenham, Fulham.
Tottenham 4-2.
Okay, I've got that. I haven't got everyone's in the chat though because everyone's been writing things down. It's been going along, so I might have to do the chat again in a second.
Yeah. Can you handle if I go and head out?
I can do that. I'll ask the chat now.
Boom.
Confirm it. Right.
Sweet. I'll get this off of there too, so that you don't have to have my thingy up there anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, I gotta go to work, everybody.
2 seconds.
Yep, no problem. I'm holding down the fort while Jose goes and takes care of something. And then I get to go to work. Aren't you guys jealous? It's a Friday evening for all of you in Ingerland. 12:30 for me in the US. So yeah, I'm not excited about working, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta pay the bills. So yeah, hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody had a good time building this team that we built together. Everybody is being so kind. Kate says bye, Colin. Bye, Kate. Bye, Bobby. Jim. Later, buddy. Have a good night to you too, my friend. And Chris Peters, Patreon member, Chris Peters says, bye, Colin. Enjoy your day. I'll try. Big up, Colin. We're getting drunk. Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm truly jealous. Rich says, good luck, mate. Bye, Nita. It was good to talk to you today. Good to see you. Ask the Potato, same. And then we've got Chris, Meta Football TV, saying stay safe. Thank you so very much, Chris. I will absolutely do that. And Lee Smithy Smith says big up, Colin. 1 second here. I'm going to do that for just a second. I do have to log into work. So here he comes. It is perfect timing. Let me unmute the man. I muted him. Boom. Jose, you are back, buddy.
Sorry. Right. So what I'm going to do is Colin's got to go, I think. So what I'm going to do is for the people that are in the chat, the ones that said scores, if you write to play, then I'll ask the scores again one by one, and I'll put your names down this because what we intend to do is to keep a leaderboard, so we're aware of who said what, and then we'll allocate points to it.
Talk to you soon, Jose.
Thank you. Right. So what we'll do is we'll allocate points to it, and we'll keep a leaderboard and a tally of it. So for those that want to play, I'm going to start with Liverpool versus Everton again. And what I'll do is I'll put your names down so I can keep a track of what your scores are. Because the other one, I was asking Colin because he had to go, and it went so quickly that I missed. People were writing things down, so I missed it. So if I start again, I will go with score predictions for Liverpool versus Everton, please. Right, so Kate's playing and she's going 3-0. And I've got Wayne Bonner playing and Wayne's going 1-0 Everton. I've got Chris playing and he's gone 4-0 Liverpool. We have Nita R 3-1 Liverpool. I've got Tot Spurs 3-1 to Liverpool. I've Lee Smithy Smith. You're gonna have to put in. You put 3 Liverpool. I don't know what the other part is. Jacob's going 2-0 to Liverpool. Jim is going 3-1 Liverpool. So if you're still with us, Lee Smithy Smith, I need to know what you mean 3 for Liverpool, but what are you giving to Everton? 3-0 to Liverpool, Lee Smithy Smith. Lee's going 3-0 to Liverpool. Right, Bobby Kate, 2-0 Liverpool. I don't know, Ellie. I don't know what 1 million means. 1 million to Liverpool. Or is that 1-0 to Liverpool? Ellie, I think that you're referring to 1-0, yeah? Ellie, is that 1-0 to Liverpool? Ellie, 4-0 to Liverpool. Okay, so 4-0. Right, so that is everyone for that. Right, can I have your score predictions for Bournemouth Wolves, please?
Rachel, I'm going to go to you first. Can you talk me through what happened? Yeah, it's been a dramatic day here at the Bradford Airport. The runway behind me remains
Bournemouth. Kate's going 0-0. Chris Peters. Right, Chris, you didn't give me the first game. So, Chris, can you tell me what you're going to say, Chris Peters? What are you saying for Liverpool versus Everton? I know, so Liverpool 3-1 for Chris Peters, right? So, Chris Peters, I'm catching up with you, 3-1. Wayne Bonner, 3-1 Wolves. So, Wayne Bonner's going 3-1 Wolves. Tot Spurs and Meta Football 1-2. Eddie 1-2. Jim's Gamble 1-0. Lee Smith's Gamble 1-0. Nita R 2-0 to Wolves at 0-2. Chris Peters 2-1 to Wolves. So I'm missing, unless I've missed it, I'm missing Jacob and Bobby K. Okay, Bobby K 1-0 to Wolves. Sorry, Bobby, caught up with your one. Jacob, where's Jacob's? Just waiting on you, Jacob. And then I'm 2-0 to Wolves. Thank you very much, Jacob. Right, predictions, please, for Brentford Burnley.
I'll try and did it. Well, you'll be fine, Jazz. You really will. This is good for you.
Meta Football 3-1 to Brentford. Chris Peters 2-0 to Brentford. Just a guy who lost Spurs. Kate 3-1. Wayne Bonner 3-0.
This is really good for you to start. For a starting point, it is really good. It will go on your CV. It will show you've got customer service.
Following Colin with Burnley 3-2. 3-2 to Burnley, so it's 2-3 away from home. Bobby K 1-0 to Brentford. Tot Spurs 3-1 to Brentford. Lee Smith 2-1 to Brentford. Nita Roll 1-0 Brentford. Just a guy, Jimmy 3-1. Ellie 2-0. That's it. We've got all results are in. Right. Now we're looking for Man City versus Brighton.
Oh, 3 minutes and he's done. So do ours. Put ours order.
So Man City, Brentford, we have got, Man City, Brighton.
You just said it.
So 3-2 for Kate. Home win 3-2. 3-2 for Chris. Home win. Lee Smith, I'm going back up. Chris Peters 2-2.
You're not doing it. Oh, that'll take forever. It's easier if you do it on your laptop. You've probably got details saved.
Wayne Bonner 4-3.
You have a little bit of a platform. Yeah. That should make you quite tall.
4-3. Wayne Bonner. Wayne Bonner 4-3. Lee Smith 2-1. I think I've got Lee Smith already. 2-1. Yeah. And then we've got Bobby K 3-1 at City. Then we have Nita with a 2-2 draw. And we have Jim with a 4-2 victory.
I'm not getting out as much of it.
And we have Jacob with 2-0 to City.
And
Totspurs has gone 2-1. And unless I've missed you, I need Ellie's prediction.
She don't go in the corner. She goes here. Go under the table.
Ellie, I need your Man City Brighton.
Goes under. Kyla.
Kyla, leave it. Good girl, Kira. Good girl.
Oh, they're so cute. That's what we like Ange's and
Okay, Ellie, you're going to have to come back to your Man City Brighton because I've got to go and get some dinner. So, right, next game is Newcastle Crystal Palace.
Come on, Kyla. Kyla.
4-2 Man City. Thanks, Ellie.
Come on, good boy.
Newcastle Crystal Palace. 6-2. Okay. 6-2. Okay. Wayne 3-1. Where do we go? 6-2. 5-1. Wow, there's some big results coming in here. 5-1. 3-1. 4-0. And 4-0 is coming from Wayne. 2-1 to Bobby Kate. 3-1 to Jim. 3-1 to Lisa Smith. 3-1 to Newcastle for Totspurs. 4-0 for Nita. And last but not least, Jacob 1-0 to Newcastle. Right, so now we're on to Forest versus Luton.
Yeah,
4-1 Forest in Met Football. 1-0 to Bobby Kate.
Every small step counts towards a big leap forward. Every finish line that turns into a starting line.
3-2 to Forest for
Every hand up
Wayne.
for a smarter solution.
Desmond for Eddie.
Every design that defines connection.
Kate is 2-0.
Every charge towards a better tomorrow.
2-1 away for Jim. Lisa Smith 5-1. Nita and Totspurs are both going for 1-1 draws.
It all counts
And Jacob is going for a 0-0 draw.
to take us further.
Right, Chris Peters going 2-1 to Forest. Okay, next game is Chelsea versus Arsenal, please.
Expertly designed and manufacture a range of bits that help people stay in the home.
1-3. Bobby K 1-0. Bobby K 1-1. Eddie 2-1. 2-3. Okay.
Boo's good boy. Boo's lovely too. She's
3-2 to Jim.
big boy, Boo. He's a good boy.
3-2 for Nita and Chris. 4-3 Wayne Bonner. Totspurs 2-1.
You so noisy, be quiet.
And Jacob is the last one that I need. So that's not Lee Smith and Smith. Have I missed you? No, Lee Smithy Smith and Jacob. I need your predictions, please. Lee Smithy Smith 3-2 to Chelsea. So that's 2-3. Away win 2-3. 2-2. Desmond's. Okay, lovely. Right. Sheffield United, Manchester United. Dry roasted peanut. If you want to play, I'm going to have to come back to you. So dry roasted peanut is saying 1-0 to Chelsea. I'm going to have to come back to you for the rest of the scores. For dry roasted. Right. So in the meantime, Sheffield United, Man United, I have 2-4. I have 2-0 for Chris Peters. We have 2-1 to Jacob. So it's an away victory. Bobby K 2-1 to Manchester United. Just a girl 1-2 for Kate. Nita 2-1 to United. Lee Smith 2-1 to United. Jim's and Desmond. Dry roasted peanut 2-0 to United. That's an away victory. Ellie 3-0 to Man U. 0-3. So Tot Spurs and Wayne. I missed 2-1 to Sheffield United for Wayne and Tot Spurs. 2-1 to United. So that's 1-2. Right. Next game is Villa West Ham. (4-1) to Villa. Bobby K 2-1 to Villa.
Over the last 24 hours, the buildings damaged in Israel's incessant aerial bombardment.
Eddie 2.
Functioning church in Gaza. Health authorities on the strip claim more than a dozen.
3-2 Villa for Kate.
Israel says the Greek Orthodox Church is not.
Wayne Bonner 3-0.
Places of worship.
Nita are 2-1 to West Ham. So this is an away victory. Tot Spurs 2-2 Desmond. Jacob 2-2 Desmond. Jim 3-1 to Villa. So it's a home victory. 3-1. Lee Smithy Smith 3-1 to Villa as well. And dry roasted peanut has gone for 1-0. Right, the last game of the weekend, and dry roasted peanut, I'll come back to you afterwards. Right, the last game is Tottenham v Fulham. Chris has gone for 4-0. Kate 2-0. Dry roasted peanut. Well, we're at home dry roasted peanut, so I'm presuming you got that the wrong way around. That's fine. Wayne Bonner 3-0. Jacob, you're gonna have to send it to me privately. 5-0 to Jim. Top Spurs 2-1. Lee Smith 3-1. Okay, text Colin then, that's fine. Although you could text me as well, Jacob. You've got my number, so you can text me as well if you want. Chris Peters. 3-0. Right, have I Ellie, Nita R, and Jacob. So Ellie, Nita R, and Jacob. Nita R. 3-1 to Spurs for Ellie. Yeah, got you. So it's Nita R and Jacob. I'm missing. So Jacob's going to text, and I'm missing Nita. Oh, okay, 3-1. I can see it now. Right. Dry roasted peanut. Coming back to you, and then I'll tell everyone who's got what. So, dry roasted peanut. Liverpool versus Everton. My daughter, Chris. Three now. Right, Bournemouth Wolves.
Unfancied but still in the fight. England one game away from an unlikely second successive World Cup final.
0-0.
But South Africa, the scary.
Brentford Burnley.
We know the challenges coming. They're a fantastic side. They've shown that time to get this World Cup. But the force is ready to go. Really excited to get out there. England's winner of the future is their best showing today.
2-0 to Brentford. Correct. They got that once a home victory. Now you're on Man City Brighton.
One of the top-ranked countries, and obviously that will change here in Paris tomorrow. The Springboks come into this match jumping out
4-1 to City, right. And then you've got Newcastle Crystal Palace.
You said 3 minutes.
That's what he said, 3
I
minutes.
told you it was going to be 3 minutes. You don't get paid for this. Why are we? Yeah,
And the last one for you, dry roasted peanut, is Forest Luton.
I ate lunch.
I haven't eaten at all.
ever achieved. Steve Scott, I think news in Paris.
They can't do shit.
Right, so we have everybody's in there, and what I'll do is on Tuesday's show, we'll let people know exactly where we were and tell you what the points table will be. But thank you very much, everyone, for giving us your opinions on who you were going to have in to win the results. We will do this for you on Tuesday's show. To everyone, I say thank you very much. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. And until we next see each other again.
Big up, everybody. I just popped in between calls to say, Jose, you nailed it. Thank you so much for finishing everything. Big love, everyone. And big love to everybody in the chat. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you
See
Spurs.
next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.